I'm super excited to work out with you today. When we're done, head over to our website and check out our retreats. So glad you're here with us today. Working out with me is Sharon. She's going to be showing using mainly an exercise band and loop. Sarah, who's going to be using more weights. And Judy will also be using more exercise band and loop. I'll be showing really without any equipment, which you can still get a great strength workout. Ready to march? Right here? Good. Keep your core strong. During this workout, I want you to kind of really think about these core muscles. They support your spine. Don't want you getting injured. So it's important that you hold it up and in. Your shoulders are back and down. Good posture. Ready? Let's press it up with a heel dig. Right there. Now open up those elbows, pull them back. Big flex on the foot. Just stay there for a couple more. So strength training is really important for everyone, but especially women in the second half of life. And believe it or not, the four of us, we're in the second half of life here. Unless something crazy happens, it should be the second half. And you know what? We're doing strength training because we want to live fully. And part of that means keeping your body strong, injury-free. All right, we're going to push across our body now. Push, push, push. Really reach big. Really, in order for strength training or resistant movements to be as effective as they can, you have to really push your body to exhaustion. So that muscle really needs to be exhausted. So we're going to challenge you to get there. All right, feet wide, right here, inner thigh, weight on heels, and switch. Get that weight on the heels. Good. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go switch, 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 switch. Good. Push it back. And a little bottom kick right here. Good. Up, up. Let's add an elbow pull back. Good. 4 more. 3, 2. Right here. Sit into it. We're going to reach over to the side. Over. Over. Good. Get that waking up in the side. 4 more. 3, 2. Ready to switch sides? Let's go. Reach. Pull up on that core. Good. 4 more. 3, 2. We're going to do an alternating toe touch. Don't go down too far to start. Down, up, down. And as you feel your hamstrings stretching out, you can take it a little bit lower. Good. Reach, up, reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little arm pulses. Pulse it. Strong core. 4, 3, 2. Bring them in front. Palm up. Pulse them. Pulse them. 4, 3. Out. Palm down. Good. 4, 3. Back to center. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so guys, grab a band or weights for our first series here. We're going to be doing lunges. When you're strength training, it's really important that you change up your pace, use different types of resistance equipment, change your weights, sometimes going slow, heavier weight, maybe fast with lighter weight. So we're going to right now take one leg back, shoulders back. We'll take that under our front foot, come down, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2. Good. That's it. Now keep that knee above ankle. down, and up. So you've got that resistance if you're using a band or weights or just your body weight. Up. All right, let's go ahead now. We're gonna switch legs. One leg back. Big split in your legs. I'll show you two as a side view here. Down, two, up. You'll see my shoulders are back and I'm pushing up through that heel. I press down. Good. Up. Really good for strong legs. Press. We've got 4 more. Up. That's it. Good. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. Okay, so we're gonna do bicep curls. We're gonna be working our biceps. It's important that we always think about opposing muscles when we work out. So during your workout routine, if you work biceps, work triceps. Ready? Up. 2. Now here's what you can do if you don't have resistance equipment. You just press and down. Weight centered on your feet. Good posture. Good. I'm going to switch arms halfway through and down. Press. Press. Good. Now make sure you're using good form. When you come up, don't just drop it. Control it. That's why it's really good to do these slower. We're not using a swinging motion at all. Good. Up. How about 2 more? 1 more. All right, so you guys are gonna put that band under your foot. You can even double up weights or single weight these. You're gonna put underneath your foot for side bends. Reach down. I'm gonna be here without any equipment. Down, up. Now you're really using and up and over. Good. Down, reach. Think of these muscles lengthening, contracting. Lengthen, contract, and smile. This is good for us, and we're very fortunate that we get to do this. All right, let's switch sides. Okay, switch hands. Go ahead and switch sides. Right here. Core up and in. Let's go. Down, up. You know, I hear from people often that, like, you know, I can't do that because I'm this age. And they throw out this number. We cannot let that number get in the way. Yes, you have to listen to your body. You have to meet it where it's at. But also, you're not too old. Judy, 78. Look at her move. I mean, it's unbelievable. She just, I mean, you'll see. She's like the Energizer Bunny, doesn't stop. Because she doesn't allow that number to confine what she can do. How about 2 more? 1. Okay, we're gonna step on our bands. We're gonna take it behind us or having the 2 weights. Slight hinge, lift, lift, lift. Keep your core pulling up and in. Really strong arms. I'm telling you, without any resistance, I can feel this for sure. Push, push, push. Good. Keep that core lifting in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna do squats. Option, you can bring them up there. You can hold your bands up that. You can put squat thrust. I'm gonna have you do, Sarah, just a real power squat, okay? Ready? Down, down, down. So when you squat, the first thing you have to think about is getting that weight into your heels. Dropping those hips back. When I'm down, my nose is kind of above my knees. Do you see that? So I've got a hinge in my hips, but I'm not doing this. And I'm not going like this. Okay? Lots to think about. We have so many videos on our website that if you need more training, we have some Strength 101 videos. 4 more. 4, like this, or 2. All right. So guys, get your mats. I'm going to walk you through how to work some muscles in your legs that you might not be working out very often. Most people don't. It's your abductor and your adductor, outer thigh, inner thigh. Super important to knee health. If you want to be able to do things you enjoy, you need to keep all of this stuff strong. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our abductor. So we're going to lay down on our side. You guys on your back, feet up above head. Take those bands. You ready? So on your side, go in fetal position and just putting on your top leg. Top leg. Extend that top leg. This way. Sorry. There we go. Bring that foot up here. There we go. Ready? Push it out and lift. Up, 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 up. So they're doing both legs at the same time. Sarah and I are doing one. Good. Out. Out. I'm feeling it right there. Strong stance here. You got it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Let's switch to an inner thigh now. So you'll come up higher. Yep, and then cross that top leg over, Sarah. Good. Right here. This is a confusing one to get into. You guys know it. You've done it a few times, right? Okay. We're going to now work inner thigh and lift. You take it at your pace here. There's different motions. Sometimes you have to change the pace depending on which of these options you're doing. But I'm really feeling that inner thigh cross. You'll see I'm stopping right here in the center. So these two have their foot holding the bands down, adding resistance. Sarah's got a weight in there. You can always do either of these without anything. Cross. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to outer thigh, other side for you. Sarah, you two just keep your feet up in the air. Ready? Let's go. Out, out, out. Right here. So again, you have these major muscles that are coming into your knee. In the upper leg, you have your quad, your hamstring, your abductor, adductor. We often can get muscle imbalance, which causes our knee to not sit ideally. So it's important that we're strengthening them all. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Other side, inner thigh. Helps avoid a groin pull. Can help having, if you're strong out here, it's important. Ready? And go. That's it. Inner thigh. Power. Power. Good. Keep your core engaged. I'm going to keep saying that because it's real important that you're strong here so that you don't get injured when you're trying to strengthen your muscles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead now. Stand up. You can leave your mats down. Just stand up. Our bands are going to step one foot in, cross them, come down, and do an upward row. Sarah's going to do upward row, and I'm not having equipment, so I'm going to do a multi-muscle movement, which means I'm going to do a squat and a row. Ready? Let's go. Up, down, up. Good. Press up, elbows up and back. That's it. Good. Down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I want you two to grab a loop. You're going to keep your weights. You may need lighter weights for this. We're going to work our deltoid here with the weights. All right, got those shoulder ones ready? So you guys will go press out, out, out. And Sarah, you're going to come here. Up, down. So with weights, loops, bands, some exercises are just better with weights, some with bands, some with loops. This series for loops is awesome for shoulder strength. You need to stay strong up here to avoid injury. And Sarah's still getting the same major deltoid. You guys now put palms in. And Sarah, I'm going to have you go here now. Up, up, good. Everything nice and strong. Good. 4, 3, 2. With those loops now, you're going to do an external rotation. You're going to do the exact same thing, Sarah, holding here, palm up, out, out. Now, the thing is, this one is going to work more shoulder. This is going to work a lot of bicep and some shoulder. So you could be doing the same movement with a different piece of equipment and be working your muscles slightly differently. It's pretty cool. Good. Out, in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys are all going to do now bench press. So you guys, Judy, would you show it standing up like this? Sharon, show it on the ground. Bench press under your back and you'll use weights. Kind of exciting, all these different things. Yep, just like that. Ready? Here we go. Press out. Press. Now, again, if you're like me and you don't have equipment, you may want to make it multi-muscle. Good. Up. Sarah's got weights here. She's doing perfect form, coming down, coming all the way up. If you look, they're doing almost identical thing, really, all of them, just different equipment or different body alignment. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Sharon, I want you to sit down, bring that band in front of you, lean back, and do a reverse fly. Sarah, if you'll stand up and do reverse fly. Judy out here. All right, so we're all gonna do something different here. Ready? Let's go. Hold back, pull back. So with that band, really working those rhomboid. In order to get the weights to do what we want, we need to hinge forward here. And this is just a way that she's really doing the same thing Judy's doing, but it's an extra bonus because she's getting her core. What I might do is something like this. Like this, really pulling, pull. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's all stand up. We're gonna do deadlifts. You guys will use your bands. Sarah's gonna use weights, so put both feet on that band. You may need to pull down a little bit. Core's really up and in, shoulders back and down. We're gonna hinge. All of us are gonna come down, weight in our heels, and then lift and weight centered. Okay? Down, squeeze up, down, squeeze up. So you'll notice that shoulders are always engaged in staying back, which is great. Same thing here. She's hinging at the hips, but we're not collapsing. What I don't want to see is this. Okay? I want you to stay engaged. And up. Weight in your heels. Weight centered. Good. Up. 4 more. 3. 2 more. And up. 1. Okay, so Sarah, put one weight down. We're all going to do a one-weighted arm overhead. You can go 1 band in your hands or 2. Ready? Let's go. Up, down, up. Great. Working our tricep. Squeeze. Squeeze. How's that feel? Yeah? Everybody good? Good. 4 more. 3, 2. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. Ready? Opposite arm. Let's go. Up, down, up, up. Hold your core up and in. We're going to do more core exercises next. Up. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. All right. Head on down to the ground. Sarah's going to hold one weight across her chest and twist. And you guys are just going to set your bands down for this one. Ready? Let's twist. Twist, 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 twist. So you're leaning back. Good. Twist, twist. Good. Don't stop now. We're almost to the end. And then you get to hear what I hope is an inspiring message. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys are going to go ahead and use your bands. You'll use 2 weights. We're going to lean back. Bands are going to go over the under of your foot for biceps. Okay? Ready? All right, you guys are looking good. Let's go. Up. So I'm working at core, core, core. Good. Up, up, up. So much good going on in this workout. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're all going to go into a plank. You can do elbows, you can do hands, you can do knees, you can do toes. But I want this engaged. And if you're like me and you're going to stay upright, I'm just going to stand here and press and resist. Okay, right there. We're going to do a 45-second plank. You can do this. Anytime, though, you need to take a break, you take a break. And again, engage those core muscles. I'm pressing and I'm using my core. All right, we're at halfway. Press and resist. You guys can do this. Good. Really good for that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into tabletop position, holding out one arm, one leg, opposite leg. Okay? Ready? Bring it in. Hold, 2, 3, same side. Hold, 2, 3, extend. Hold, 2, 3, out. Hold, 2, 3, one more. Hold. Let's switch sides. Hold it right here. One arm, one leg. Bring it in. Hold, 2, 3, and out. Hold, 2, 3. Good. Hold. Out. 3 more. Hold. Out. Hold. 1 more. Hold. Okay, so now we're just going to tuck through and twist up, okay? So standing up, here's what it looks like. Here, okay, up. And just do these at your pace. You may want to go a little faster. You may need to go a little slower. Good. Rotation in that spine. All right, we'll switch sides. And reach up. And down. And up. Good. This is really good for rotation in your spine, for opening up that shoulder and chest. 2 more here. Good. 1 more. And up. Let's go ahead and how about Sarah and Judy, maybe you stay on the ground. Sharon, will you stand up? And we're going to do some stretches. So you can follow someone standing or someone on the ground. And Sharon will lead you, so just kind of keep an eye on her for these stretches, because I want to take this time, to do something that I hope is good for your soul. We just did something obviously really good for our body. And having muscle mass, having strength will play a role in how you finish out life. Studies show that muscle strength is a really important part of how we finish our life, because we can avoid injury this way. But getting strong is a process, right? I didn't pick up my first weight, which, by the way, I started teaching classes 40 years ago. Is that crazy? Longest teacher, I think, of all time. Been teaching nonstop for 40 years. But I didn't pick up my first set of weights and instantly be in better shape. It was a process. And you have to understand that whether you're trying to get stronger, whether you're trying to lose weight, trying to eat healthier, it's often a process. But it's definitely the same thing with our spiritual growth. It's a process. And you know what? God's okay with it. God's okay with the process. He didn't, put Jesus into the world already as preaching and everything. He started off as a baby who had to learn as well. Well, I started off, as a baby, and I have 3 children who are now not babies. They're 29, 28, and 26. But when they were babies, I didn't expect them to come out running. In fact, I'm really glad they didn't. That would have been a little dangerous. But I've noticed that my change, my sanctification, which is a big word for really trying to become more like Jesus, it's a process. Hearing the voice of God for most people is a process. Now, I have heard of stories of someone coming to know Jesus and boom, their life is different completely. Mine was a process. I came to know Jesus when I was about 41 years old, and now at 62, I feel like I've grown. I can look back from where I was and notice that there's been a change, but there was never a drastic change in my walk. That's just how my walk went. And I was thinking about this when we first moved into our house. We've been there now just over 20 years. We bought aspen trees. We live in Colorado. We bought these aspen trees, and they were just like probably my size, not very big, and we planted them. And I was looking at them the other day, and they're huge, and they're beautiful, and they provide shade, and aspens, if you don't know it, make this beautiful noise in the wind. And I was thinking about it. There wasn't a day when I went and looked at my aspen trees and said, wow, you've grown. Look at how different you look than yesterday. That's not how it works for trees, right? You can't watch something grow most of the time. And again, it's not about how fast you can get there or how perfectly you can get there, but it's about taking baby steps most of the time in the right direction. I've had definitely times when I fall back and go, wow, that wasn't really how I wish I had handled that situation. But I don't beat myself up. I don't tell myself I'm a failure. I don't go to the lie that says God doesn't love me. God's mad at me. I go to God and I said, God, can you help me? I did it again. I just need to listen to your voice more. And again, I think he's okay with that as long as everything can keep bringing me back to him. Small changes in the right direction over time can produce some big results. So keep going at this, guys. We're going to keep exercising together. We're going to keep trying to eat healthier. We're going to keep trying to be more like Jesus. I hope right here at Faithful Workouts for another 30 years. Thanks for doing this.